What's going on, YouTube? Got a little couple day review of this Benchmade Narrows 748. I know this knife actually gets like a super amount of hate online, and when I think about those guys, I'm like, the first thing that comes to mind is they're broke. I get it. I mean, this knife isn't worth. I think they talk about. I see in a lot of videos people pay $520 for this. I paid $403 for it, and with tax shipped, it was $433. Not saying it's worth it. Not saying that's a good deal, but I'm a knife snob or the dumbass that this thing is marketed towards as a premium product, and my stupid ass fell for it and bought it. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and cry about buying an expensive Benchmade, right? Like, it kind of is what it is. But anyways, besides that, I really, really, really wanted to like this knife a lot, and don't get me wrong, I really do. It's just kind of, I don't know how to say it. So, like, I'm a really big EDC guy, so just how this carries in your pocket and how thin it is and how light it is, and to me, this is literally the perfect blade length, perfect handle length. Like, this is the perfect knife for me. The ergonomics are a little bit weird just because of how thin it is, but I mean, I get over that pretty quick. Like, I can grip it and use it for kind of a workhorse knife if I really wanted to, right? It's got a nice cutting edge to it. I mean, the blade is pretty thin, pretty slicey. Like I said, it's the perfect length for me. I did get the standard one versus the DLC one. Like I said, I paid $403 for the knife. After tax, it was $433 shipped. That was on GP Knives. I've noticed that GP Knives is probably the only website that I order from. I have a local knife dealer near me that I get Microtax and Benchmades from and stuff like that. So I usually go with him, or I go with GP Knives. GP Knives seem to be the cheapest Benchmades that I've found, and they're a pretty reputable, trustworthy site. So, it's not, I don't work for these guys or anything like that. Like I said, I'm just kind of the dumbass who would buy a knife like this. So that's kind of the good that this knife's got going for me. Like, it's a beautiful knife. It fits really nice in my hand. It's super light. I hold it in my pocket. It doesn't feel like it feels like a feather in there, right? I love the blade length. I love the drop shut action. I love to flick and shut it all day. But like I said, I really, really, really wanted to love this knife, but it's kind of hard for me for just the simple fact of I open and close it, and let's see if you can hear that. That's the blade going back and forth, and I tighten this thing down. Look at how much is leaning to one side. That's how loose this T10 torque screw got in a matter of like 12 hours. I just I just tightened it till it still had the drop shut effect when you go to close the blade with the axis lock, but it already loosened itself up, in a matter of 12 hours of messing with the knife. I did carry the knife today, and I messed around with it quite a bit, so I'm going to try to pull this screw out and just put a dab of blue Loctite on that and try to tighten it to exactly like where I'm talking, to the point to where it still has drop shut action and it's not too tight that you can't drop shut it. If that makes sense to anybody. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, I love the blade. I love the shape of it. I love the feel in my hand. I love how light it is. I love this revised axis lock with like this, you know, this grippy or jimping on this sloped, you know, double-sided surface. I know that is like a really stupid way to say that, but I did get the standard one because it's, you know, it's got that gray and blue look to it, whereas the DLC one just kind of looked a little too plain for me. Everything was just blacked out. I did like the blue accents. But yeah, I mean, this literally is the same clip as my bug out. Same exact clip. It's kind of lame that they couldn't have even done like, you know, a special titanium clip or something. But I mean, overall, this knife could have been great, and I'm pretty disappointed that the screw loosens up so easy on it. But I do love this knife. I don't know why. I just absolutely love it. I can't not love it. It's like, you know, like I said, I'm a huge EDC guy. I mainly EDC a Leatherman Charge TTI every day, and an Olight Arcfeld flashlight. But, you know, I do carry pocket knives some days that I don't, and I just love how this thing feels like nothing in my pocket, and it's just a really badass piece, not gonna lie. And for all the haters online, like, I get it, you know, but back in the day, you know, Mickey D's was like a million times cheaper, but a McDouble's like $4 now or whatever, so. But yeah, here's like a little size comparison between this and a bug out. Look at how much thicker the bug out is than the Narrows. I mean, this thing is like super thin, but yeah, it's a kick-ass blade, man. I guess I can make a follow-up video or something and tell everybody how it goes from after I do the Loctite on it, but I'm burned out of Microtex, man. Alright guys, cool. Appreciate it. I'm gonna catch up with you later.